This was a highly organised, well-disciplined and very sophisticated international syndicate that was operating in the greater Brisbane area.
We've got a total of 60 confirmed vehicles that they've stolen, 6 that they attempted. We've recovered 15 of those.
In October, a group of men arrived at Brisbane's international airport with valid visas and allegedly with criminal intent.
We'll be alleging that the syndicate sent a number of shipping containers with vehicles, whole vehicles in them, from Brisbane to the United Arab Emirates, where we believe they were being sold for profit as second-hand vehicles.
Their targets were Toyota Land Cruiser and Prado four-wheel drives, totalling almost $9 million. How the vehicles were allegedly stolen has law enforcement and car manufacturers concerned and tight-lipped.
We're going to allege it's some specific knowledge and some specific pieces of equipment that they were using to enable them to do what they were doing, and we're not releasing that because we don't want to encourage copycats.
This CCTV allegedly shows one of the thefts in Brisbane. The thieves allegedly broke into the vehicle using sophisticated methods to access the car's locking system. All over in less than 2 minutes. The 15 vehicles police have recovered were found at a wrecking yard in Rockley in Brisbane South, the Port of Brisbane and the Port of Melbourne.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse because there is a high underestimation of the problem, of how this can lead to other serious problems. We believe, and it is proven, that behind the smuggling of stolen cars and stolen parts, there are serious organized crime.
Motor vehicle theft has moved well beyond the suburban criminal. It's now a global racket. Renato Schipani heads up Interpol's stolen motor vehicle unit.
It can fund a variety of activities, including terrorism, unfortunately, drug smuggling, weapon, traffic of human beings. So any form of serious organized crime can benefit from the lucrative and the zero-risk activity of stolen cars.
Mr. Schipani says over 250,000 cars were identified in Interpol's stolen motor vehicle database in 2024.
I think that the underestimation comes from the fact that we keep considering this just a stolen car business, so purely property crime thing, which is not, unfortunately, the case.
Interpol says stolen vehicles and parts from Australia eventually tend to wind up in areas of the world where they too drive on the left-hand side of the road. They're often connected with the former British Empire in regions like Eastern and Southern Africa. Our ports, well, this is where our border control officials are forced to weigh up their resources.
The number of containers is tremendously high, and the part dedicated to the export is much more limited than the one dedicated to the import. So let's say if I have 10 custom officers, I would dedicate 8 to the import side and 2 to the export side.
Despite all of the bells and whistles on modern vehicles, the criminal world has found ways to break into luxury cars, often without a scratch.
Modern cars are very fancy, very easy to use. I go with a remote. Sometimes even my key is in my pocket and the car opens itself because the key is approaching the car. But this makes also the car much more vulnerable than before.
In a modern car, a computer controls its locking system.
Absolutely, yes. The modern day crim, uses technology. No longer hand tools are important there. It's as simple as carrying a laptop with you instead of the old coat hanger. In the majority of cases, there's no damage at all.
Another way criminals are exploiting modern technology is through what's called a relay attack. One thief uses a scan tool to capture the signal from a car key inside the home. The other is near the vehicle, receiving the relayed signal, ready to unlock it and drive away.
This is what they're doing with an amplifier. Let's say they approach the house They guess that the key would be somewhere transmitting the signal, and from this they would open the car and start it.
We use it daily on all the cars.
Melbourne mechanic Craig Minker says these scan tools, which allow users to access a huge range of car makes, are in every modern day workshop.
We have 5, I think, scan tools, and they're quite expensive. They range from about $10,000 to $1,500, depending on what features that they come with.
He says there are a number of ways owners can protect themselves.
These are the simplest of mechanisms to deter the crims. Got a good old-fashioned steering lock through the steering wheel, fairly obvious, good deterrent to stop them straight away, so no damage to your car. Secondly, another steering wheel lock hoops through the wheel, then connects to the seat belt. Not as obvious, but again, a good deterrent. Thirdly, the wheel clamp. So these ones are quite heavy duty. So basically a Faraday pouch will stop the keys sending a signal. So if you're at home, put your keys in the Faraday pouch, the crims cannot pick up the signal.
Both you gentlemen are under arrest for stealing of a motor vehicle.
A total of 7 men have been charged over the Brisbane Land Cruiser theft spree. They're facing 380 charges between them.
There have been no offences of this nature committed since these people have been arrested on the 2nd of December, and I can guarantee the public that this particular syndicate poses no more threat to our community.
But while the global appetite for stolen cars and parts continues, the risk for car owners here remains.